What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dirt Obsession. Today we're taking a quick look at the new 2021 Raptor 700 lineup just released by Yamaha this week. The Sport Quad community has been all abuzz lately, anticipating the release of the 2021 Sport ATV lineup from Yamaha, partly due to the fact that the lineup release came several months later than we're used to seeing it. Naturally, a ton of Sport ATV enthusiasts were getting a little anxious when they hadn't heard anything from the last major manufacturer to still offer solid axle Sport ATVs, fearing Yamaha too had fallen victim to the plague that infected all other OEMs, causing them to abandon sport machines and shift R&D focus almost exclusively to the side-by-side market. But breathe easy, quad lovers. Yamaha still has our backs with both the Raptor 700 and the YFZ 450. Now, we normally cringe when manufacturers use phrases like bold new graphics or now available in cherry-flavored lipstick red, but I think we can generally agree that Yamaha gets a pass on these machines, as long as they keep rolling them off the line. With that said, let's take a look at the 2021 Raptor 700s, and be sure to let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. First, we have the Raptor 700 base model, available in armor gray that kind of reminds us of Flying Brian's 2019 version. The black accents do look good though, and I'll say in general I typically prefer the base model colors personally. MSRP increased by $100 this year from $81.99 to $82.99, and at this price you're sacrificing the more premium suspension of the 700R, which is definitely worth the price of the upgrade, especially if you don't plan to upgrade the suspension in the aftermarket. Next up is the 700R, which looks very similar to the 2020 in Team Yamaha Blue, but the 2021 version has a black grille and seat, and given the choice between the two, I personally think the styling this year looks a little tougher. Again, with the 700R, you're getting upgraded shocks with more adjustability than the base model, for about $600 more at $88.99, which again is $100 more than the 2020 version. Finally, we have the 700R SE, which is the creme de la creme of the Raptors, taking the 700R platform and adding GYTR factory-installed front grab bars and heel guards. For 2021, the SE comes in Yamaha black and high-vis yellow, or white and metallic black, which is very similar to last year's base model. And there's also a California-only model because those hippies have special needs, and their only allowable exhaust emissions is frickin' glitter. Anyway, $94.99 is the price of the SE, and that's a full 6 hundos more than the R. So make sure you really like those colors and GYTR parts, because if you're just going to replace them with Nerf bars and a front bumper, it'd make more sense to do the same thing on the R. Mechanically, the Raptor remains unchanged for 2021, and we aren't disappointed about that one bit. The 686cc fuel-injected, liquid-cooled, single overhead cam 4-stroke makes tons of power and still leaves plenty more available to be uncorked in the aftermarket. I've been riding my 2020 Raptor in stock trim for a year now, and the power is still plenty exciting, hurling you through the trails at speeds far in excess of what would be considered safe. The Raptor is one of our favorite ATVs of all time, with 2 out of 3 of us owning one. And spoiler alert, there may be a third on its way. There's a couple reasons why we like it so much as a trail machine, and one is the power that we mentioned. We've all owned 1000cc big bore ATVs, and the Raptor's power to weight and top speed is comparable to those machines. But with a manual gearbox and flickable agility, the Raptor is simply more fun and exciting to ride. The torque makes the Raptor an incredibly easy and forgiving machine to ride. It's easy to be in a gear higher than you should, and the Raptor will still happily lug right along with no issue. First gear isn't even necessary on the trails. And finally, the ergonomics and seat are pretty rider-friendly compared to other sport ATVs, with a longer seat-to-foot peg distance, making it easier on the knees, and a more relaxed rider position that makes it easy to ride the Raptor all day long. We know we don't have to sell anyone on a Raptor, partly because there's no other competition on the market today. The only other machine that comes close is Yamaha's YFZ 450, which is single-handedly carrying the sport of ATV racing. But that machine is a much different flavor than the Raptor, still incredibly rideable, but requiring a little more maintenance in the garage and clutch control on the trails. If you're looking for a low-maintenance trail machine with big bore power and super agility, the Raptor is really where it's at. If you're interested in seeing a Raptor come closer to its full potential, stay tuned for Flying Brian's build. My man did some serious research and is putting together a killer build based on his #1 aftermarket choices. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Throw us a sub if you appreciated the content, and we'll see you next time.